Hello, this is Yvette Owens from Soul Leadership, and it's my pleasure to come back to you again with more tips around how to be an even more effective leader, especially as we start to think about what does leadership look like in the future? How will it be shaped? How will it be formed? How will we have to perform as leaders to really transform our organizations and even our world into the places that we want to be? And it's really about the outcomes that we're expecting, right? And what worked before won't work again, won't continuously work. Now, that doesn't mean throw the baby out with the bathwater. No, I'm not suggesting that at all. But what I am saying is that we need to really focus and niche down on some leadership skills that are going to really be effective in 2030 or even beyond. And here's some of the things that I'm finding in my research as well as in my practices that have worked. And now we need to really get down in the nitty gritty of it and put it into practice full force. If you're ready to maximize your leadership, if you're ready to really take on this leadership role that you either were put into or you volunteered and stepped into, but then it was like, this is not what I thought I signed up for. Trust me, let's just stick with me as I share with you some of the things that I know, some of the aspects of leadership that I know are going to absolutely make you successful as we continue into the future and project into 2030, 2040, and so forth. So let's start out first and foremost. Absolutely, leaders are going to have to be adaptable. We're going to have to be able to quickly make changes, agile. And I talk about this a lot. I teach agile change leadership principles to leaders across the world. I talk about it across the world because it's so important how quickly we adjust and adapt to what's happening and new things that are coming or changes and shifts in the marketplace, how things are switching up. The quicker we do that, the better we stay in the game. And it's all about staying in the game, being effective, and not just staying in the game, but mastering the game, right? Winning the game, being a real competitor, being the forerunner, being the pioneer. That's what we want for our organizations and for ourselves as leaders and for our teams. We want to be the pioneering team. We want to be the dream team. Dream team. So how are we going to be the dream team? We have to be agile. We have to be able to move and shift and change and take the turn and pivot as quickly as we can. And how do we do that? We make sure that we are not afraid to fail fast. That means we're not afraid to take risk. We're not afraid to engage with our partners and those who are impacted by whatever we're doing. We really are clear on who those people are that are impacted by this change that's getting ready to happen, this shift, this transformation that we're getting ready to undergo. There's also leadership skills that are going to have to take place that we're going to have to delve into and really master. And another leadership skills, they include negotiations. How well are you in negotiating what you need for your team, whether it's sales, whether it's resources, whether it's getting information, whether it's partnering and making the partnership not something that's solidified forever and ever, but we know the objective on which we're trying to achieve, and we can agree to come together as partners to work towards that outcome. And it's all good. And we set it up as a win-win. Not just as, we're partnering, but I'm going to get the most out of it. And if you do get something out of it, good luck with that. No, real, true collaboration and true partnerships take trust. It takes trust. The larger the trust, the bigger the trust, the deeper the collaboration can go. So some of those skills are, again, collaboration is one of those that are rising to the top, and collaborating across the organization or across organizations or within industries. We can't just keep to ourselves anymore because there's so much to be done. And as I made in the first point, it has to be quick. We have to be agile in making those adjustments. So when I collaborate, I have to, one, know that I'm collaborating with the right person. We're negotiating to the benefit of us all, and I'm able to switch and we're able to adjust and move forward. And then we also need to be emotionally intelligent and transparent in how we're thinking about what's happening. How do I manage myself in that space? How am I socially responsible and aware of what this is going to do to my community in the organization as well as external to the organization? We need to be emotionally attached and intelligent around how to get those things done and the impact. So it can help us with marketing. It can help us with making sure that we are being agile as we can, as agile as we can. We're adapting. And it also helps us to have a more fruitful collaboration, right? So we've talked about being agile, being adaptable, collaboration, negotiations, having emotional intelligence, being empathetic as to what's happening and the effect of what's happening with individuals within our organization. Are you listening? Are you hearing what people are really expressing to you? And how can I still help them overcome whatever they're facing as we're moving together towards the outcome that we desire? So, and then there's digitalization. We are definitely in a digital age. We need to adapt to, we have AI, we have all these different tools that help us with communication that gets our vision out. We have tools that help us with that collaboration, being able to share information within our teams, even planning and being strategic. All of these things are going to make the difference in the leaders that are shaping 2030 and beyond. And if you are stuck in a place where I know how to lead my teams, I know how to lead my subject matter, and this is how I've done it for the last 20 years, 15 years, 30 years, 5 years, and you need help with how to move it along and come up in these areas, being innovative is going to be a tool that we're going to have to use as leaders, as future leaders. That's going to be needed. And those skills need to be practiced now. We need to start engaging in those activities now so that because what we do now shapes tomorrow, right? Who we are now and how we become now will be absolutely necessary as we're moving into those coming years. And you can see things are moving really, really fast. And the more you are able to adapt, the more you're able to create a culture where, hey guys, we're all in this together. We're all creating together. We're all innovating and we're all collaborating. We're all doing our part where each one of us are stepping up to the plate and serving to our very best capacity, not only capacity, but skill level. Even in the level we are, we're an expert at that level that we are in, right? How do we make sure that we continue to learn? Be ever learners. Those who like to learn and like to take on new tasks, like to get more information, are not afraid of going out, getting the information that you need to really be an expert in your area, in your field, in your industry, in your community. What is happening in and around your community that impacts how you do business and how people receive your business, your services, your products? How is that going? So we need to be ever learners, great negotiators, fabulous collaborators. We need to be agile. We need to adapt quickly. We need to make sure we have emotional intelligence so that not only are we successful in the coming years as the future rolls on, but our teams are successful. And when our teams are successful, our organizations are successful. No more managing, but true leadership is what we're really advocating about. That's really what I'm talking about. Are you ready to be that true leader and not manage, not dictate? We have to, another one that's going to take us into 2030. How well are you leading an organization from a hybrid perspective? That's a different skill set. Giving people the space to trust them in the areas that you've given them assignments, knowing that their expertise and they're going to bring it forward and they're going to play it out, and you expect the results that you outline that you want. And the more you give people room to work in that space, to be who they are really called to be in those spaces, then you get more teams and higher performing teams. And when you are in a hybrid situation, that's the golden nugget. Having a high performing team that's produced by your trust in the team, that's produced by you giving them opportunities, so whether it's stretch opportunities or just opportunities to shine, to really show their expertise, to let them know that for this assignment, you're the best person to lead us through that. You're the best person to complete it. You're the best person to go and talk to our partner organizations that we need to engage with and collaborate with, or we need them to commit to supporting us in a scenario. It's not always about collaboration, but many times it's about, how do I get this other part of the organization or this other company to support us with what they serve and how they serve best? We don't have to be everything to everyone, because we can't. Know your niche, know how well you all do and what space you do it well in, and make sure where you're making the connection. So networking is going to be a skill that's going to take you into 2030 and beyond and make you so successful. You are going to just be totally knocked out the park. Totally happy, totally overjoyed, totally excited, and filled with compassion about completing who you are and what you're doing and what you offer. It's all about what we offer, but how do we get to doing what we offer? I invite you to connect with me if you want your leadership team or you want individual coaching around how to be more collaborative, how to be agile. What are those things? And you know what? Being agile and adaptable and collaborative and negotiating and emotional intelligence, all of those aspects of strong leadership that we're going to absolutely need moving in to the future builds up resiliency, because we don't know what's coming. We've learned that, right, over the last few years. We don't always know what's coming. We can't always absolutely predict the future. But what we can do is be ready to respond, be ready to lead the way. And as things occur, as we learn more, as we get more information, because we know where we want to go. We're identifying those products. We are identifying the services we want to produce in the future now and going into the future. And we need to make sure, are we still on track for all of that? As we're doing that, it's important for us to make sure we're being agile. We know how to lead those hybrid teams so that we retain strong talent, build up high performing teams. And that's where we get our resiliency from. If you are looking for some coaching for yourself in these areas or for your team, reach out to me. My website is www.destinyspeak.com. We can book a call and talk about how I can help you and your organization really be ready for the future. Future leadership trends are really there, and they're speaking loud and clear. The question is, are you answering? Are you prepared? Are you working and at least mastering those skill sets, those techniques that are going to help you to be successful? I'm here to help you do that. This is Yvette Owens, and it's been my pleasure to bring you this information. I'm going to continue to research even more things and to stay in tune with what's happening and what's unfolding. But I can truly tell you that those leaders who move from managing teams to leading teams are going to be most successful. And those who are leading teams are going to be even more successful when they can collaborate well, negotiate well, are agile in how their approach to getting things done, adapt to situations well, are emotionally intelligent, are technology savvy, and are willing to learn not only technology, but learn more about their customers, the environment, learn about how things are shaping up in the world, learn more about your skill set, what you're offering, learn what your competitors are doing. Learn is a strong discipline that we need to do. And all of that brings us full circle to being a resilient leader and a resilient organization. I'm looking forward to working with you and your teams. I'm looking forward to coming in and speaking to your organization about the future of leadership so that today, or the day that I am able to connect with you and we're working together, is the day that you are preparing and already moving in that space towards a flourishing, thriving future. Until next time, please, again, connect with me and continue to do your best to show up as a leader, to sound different than what we've sounded before, look different than what we were looking before, and leave people feeling different. And it's about those three things that feed back into the profitability line: your ROI, your ROE, your return on equity, your return on investment. All of those stem from how well we're leading. I know you got this, and I'm here to help you. Have a great day.